So in ancient times, as in our ancient times as well, more pagan times, the understanding of well-being and health was not the separation of body, mind, spirit, but everything was seen as important in that big picture of well-being. So the Ayurvedic practices relate to healing and health as a whole organism, so body, mind, spirit, energy, lifestyle, etc. There are 3 doshas. The doshas are elemental, so they're governed by the elemental forces, just like the chakras, and they combine to create 3 particular constitutional types. So each of us present mainly as one dominant and one less dominant. The 3 doshas are vata, which is governed by ether and air, pitta, which is governed by air and fire, and kapha, which is governed by water and earth. And we are focusing on the Kapha Dosha today. So kapha, earth, water. This is the dosha that, so remember that the doshas don't just exist as a protocol for humans. They exist within that relationship between us and the environment. So the elements within us are exactly the same as the elements outside of us. So we can bring ourselves more into balance with our own internal elements, and therefore we are more in synergy with the environment. So we feel less of that separateness, less of the individuality, and we're able to expand more to meet that universal consciousness, which is how we move beyond this limitation of body and mind and personality. So at this time of year, Kapha season, it's heavy, it's cold, it's wet. You get the idea. This is Kapha. So we can also start to feel a bit heavy, harder to warm up. We can, just experience difficulties in motivating ourselves to go and exercise or whatever it is that you like to do, or get on a mat. And so that's because the season itself is interacting with us and it's having that particular effect. So what we can do to bring ourselves into balance, so when Kapha is in balance, Kapha as a person, as a manifestation within, is someone who is grounded and quite loving and kind, the kind of person you feel really relaxed around. They're not edgy and easily triggered. Their nervous system is fairly sort of low key. So in balance, they're excellent space holders, very supportive. But when that balance starts to shift, if you identify with what I'm saying as a Kapha person, you might go, oh yeah, I definitely have a tendency to become a bit lethargic, a little bit stagnant in the mind, hard to make decisions, hard to move forwards. That's classic Kapha. So we're all probably experiencing a little bit of Kapha at the moment. So anyone can benefit from this type of practice, which essentially is to bring in some holistic balance to what we're experiencing outside and inside, and rejuvenate, give ourselves some nice warming pranayama and postures to balance that heaviness, coolness and earthiness. So then hopefully we'll start to feel the true essence of Kapha in balance, which is grounded, steady, emotionally balanced, etc., etc.